Are you pushing your partner away? Or maybe your partner is pushing you away. Maybe they're not angry. Maybe they're not punishing you. Maybe there's no desire, no libido, or no orgasms. Maybe there's body confidence issues or performance pressure or embarrassment, or maybe the sex is bad. What do you do? It's not your fault. In these situations, so many times people tell nobody. You're not alone. There are so many people wishing they knew what to do. Women wish they knew what to do. And men feel like they're supposed to know what to do. Talk about performance pressure. That feels like a lot of work. And what do you do if you're not attracted to your partner anymore? If he or she doesn't turn you on? Amy, tell me what to do. The truth is, no one will turn you on for a lifetime but you. Today, I'm going to empower you to turn on your sensual body and reclaim your sexual self. Welcome. Are you new here? I'm Amy Keller, your intimacy coach, and I use my painful experience in a sexless marriage to become the help that my husband and I really needed. For over 20 years in my private practice, I've helped thousands of men, women, and couples with those things you can't talk about. I've delivered a popular TED Talk. I've written a book. I've got a program called the Intimacy Game Plan where you transform from roommates to playmates. No more being stuck. No more trying to figure it out. I'm here to make it easy. With real intimacy, communication, tantra, and relationship skills that work for both of you. The problem is, we think we have to talk about these things, but you can't. Because no matter what you say, you're going to hurt your partner. It's going to sound like criticism. Everything's going to blow up. But if you avoid it, then you're missing out on the best part of life, of your intimate relationship. And you think that your intimate relationship, you expect it, it needs sex. So you're trying to have sex. You're trying to have an orgasm. Nothing causes more disappointment than expectations. Even the word sex triggers expectations because we think of sex as penetration and an orgasm as a goal. So without that and you feel like a failure, like you're doing it wrong. And then comes the shame, and then you're blaming you or you're blaming your partner and you're stuck. What are you going to do? Where are you going to go? You don't have to figure it out. It's the coach that gives you the moves, right? And the practice. It's not the score that counts, it's the plays that matter the most. The coach doesn't tell you to go out there and score. The coach says, go and make it a great game. I teach you how to do that, even if you are like some of my clients. One of my clients, they were married for 20 years. She'd been faking an orgasm this whole time. She can't tell him. What is she supposed to do? They've been together since they were 17. They're still doing it like when they were 17. What now? Or other of my clients, they love each other, they're married, but she had a religious upbringing that taught her that sex was dirty, that sex was a sin. And now she's married. She's suddenly supposed to like it and be good at it. They don't know what to do. I once worked with a couple. They'd been married for 3 years. They did nothing intimate together because they didn't know what to do. Anyone can have sex, but we share whole body sensual pleasure. Score, baby. That is the best part about being in an intimate relationship, and it is the most intimate thing you can do. Look, we're born knowing how to procreate. That's biology. But we're not born knowing how to be intimate lovers. Everyone should learn this stuff. That's why I'm here to help with those things that you can't talk to your therapist, your doctor, or even each other about. And I keep you safe. I teach you step by step, respectfully. In the intimacy game plan, we have redefined sex as pleasure. Well, because for the same reason we don't call football a touchdown, because it's not about the score. When you shift from trying to have sex to thinking of intimacy as sharing whole body pleasure experience, the possibilities are endless. And sensual pleasure, that is your right. It's part of the best part of being human, and it is your intimate connection with yourself. I want you to do this for you. You don't know where to start. You don't know what to do. You don't know what you like. And I say, when it comes to pleasure, turn on your sensual body and it will tell you what you want, what you like, where to start. What we all need to do is to stop talking about our feelings and to start feeling our sensual body, awakening all of our senses. And when I say that, I'm referring to the five senses that we talk about: sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. When you have the control, when you can access your own sensual body, it is so empowering. How do you do that? I'm going to teach you how. Everything starts with a huddle. The huddle is the intimacy hack that I have developed that increases your confidence, your communication, and your connection with your pleasure body, your sense of aliveness. I have used this tool to help thousands of people overcome trauma, shame, pain, their fear, and heal their sensual connection with themselves and each other. When you learn how to access your pleasure senses, you have access to your desire. You can stop performing because you can actually experience pleasure. And you can stop trying to have an orgasm because an orgasm is a climax of pleasure. And pleasure is the most overlooked element of sex, of a relationship, of life. And you can turn you on. It's not woo woo, it's science. Do a little science experiment with me, please. Imagine that you are holding a piece of pizza, your favorite pizza. Oh, mine has extra cheese and it's super hot, just the way I like it. What I want you to do is look at that pizza. I want you to smell that pizza, and I want you to give me one over the top, yummy huddle sound like this. Mmm. That's it. Can you feel your mouth get moist? That's your salivary glands. And when your salivary glands get activated, all of your glandular system gets activated, including your sex glands. And saliva is magical stuff. It's got little neuropeptides that go up to your brain and tell your brain to turn up the volume on all of your senses: sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. And the word libido means sexual appetite, but in our language, that would mean your appetite for pleasure. You want to be a sensual person? You want to know what your appetite for pleasure is. So access your huddle sounds and increase your connection to your pleasure. These sounds inform your body, what you like and what you don't like. And these things take practice. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to practice turning off your mind and turning on your huddles. The best place to do this is while you're eating, with yourself, with your partner. Make these little sounds without thinking, do I like this? Just continually. Yeah. These are your sensual sounds. This is the feedback that you're giving to yourself and to your partner. You are sharing your pleasure and your displeasure together. It's simple, it's profound, and it can be challenging. Clients ask me, why is this so hard? It feels weird. I feel silly. And these are little sounds that we make all the time, but you're doing them intentionally. And that's why it works, because it's vulnerable. That's the intimacy part. When you get comfortable making these little sounds together, then you are in the comfort zone. Get comfortable making these sounds of pleasure. Then from the comfort zone, that's when you learn the pleasure zone. And I teach you all the things to explore pleasure for yourself, for your partner, the things you think you know, the things you don't think you know. I teach it all to you. And you also learn how to play in the danger zones. You go from comfort, yum, to pleasure, to ooh, those are the danger zones. That's when it gets fun. Then you get to explore the O zones. Just like in football, there's that goal zone, Same with your body. There's a whole level, there's a whole zone. I teach you all of it. Practice starting here, getting comfortable expressing your pleasure with yourself, with each other, so that you're prepared. This is how you feel confident, being able to access your sensual self. And you deserve it. You deserve to have pleasure because when you know what you like, you're going to get more of it. Make sense? You want to be lovers and partners. So listen. What makes a great lover is your ability to read your partner's pleasure. That would be understanding their little signals. What makes a great partner is your ability to share your sounds of pleasure with your lover. And I teach you. I teach you how to do it. I teach you to feel sexy again, to feel confident in your body, to be intimate and connected with your partner in and out of the bedroom, like a football coach. It works because you are giving and receiving pleasure, learning to be intimate, to get to know yourself and each other together. And these things take practice. The practice and playing together, that's the best part. Make sense? You don't have to figure it out, and I promise it doesn't have to be complicated. I make it easy. Everything starts with a huddle. So please join me in the intimacy game plan. You don't have to have the therapy. You don't have to talk about it. I give you real solutions. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's your biggest takeaway? What are your challenges? What are you wanting to hear about? Or leave me a heart in your favorite color because I'm Amy Keller, your favorite intimacy coach. Make sure you get the free download. You'll find it in the description and hit like. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, stay connected to yourself, each other, and me. And I'll see you soon. Sound good? Mm-hmm.